One thing you might have noticed is that it was trying to finish my lines for me. So if that's annoying, if that's not a helpful thing, you can turn that off. It says snap here. That will just let your lines float into any incremental length versus trying to find the nearest inch or whole number or part that lines up. So if you turn off snap, that will give you more freedom, but it might also slow you down depending on how that was working for you. So if it was a problem, turn it off. If it was not a problem, keep it on. We'll get our sketch palette out of the way. And now what we'd like to do is let's go look at our design. And so, yeah, so I mean, you can go back to this one. If you think about it, there's going to be a base behind everything, and there's going to be a perimeter on top of that. So you actually need two larger rectangles, one with some stuff cut out of it. I would advise you to do whatever you feel like doing first, but I'm just going to do a large rectangle, 8 by 7. And I don't want it to be stacked on top of anything, so I'm just going to zoom out until it seems like I'm kind of too far away. I'm going to press R, and then I'm going to draw the bottom corner and have my dimensions go up and to the right, so I know they're not going to hit the dog or the shapes. And it has to be 7 tall, tab, 8 across, hit enter. I will actually need 2 of these, right? Because I'm going to have to cut out the perimeter from the inside of the second. So another rectangle, and just happened to come across 7 by 8, so I'm just type in 7, tab, 8, enter. And I have all the pieces I need on the screen. From here, what I want to do is get rid of the middle. So this is where you'll need to have kind of a sense of what you're doing with the last set of commands with the line, which is the command L. But before that, you'll also want to know how far it is that you'll start doing your drawings from the edge. So if we go back to we inspect our drawing here, the thickness between the edge and the inside is also 1 inch. How do we know that? We have 8 inches across here. This part is 6 inches, so this is 1 inch and 1 inch. So the thickness of the perimeter is 1 inch. So that's good to know. So I'm going to start from 1 inch in and over. That means there's a square. There's a square right there. That's 1 by 1. So if I go back to my Fusion and I draw that square as a reference, I can then draw a line 6 across, 1 down, and so on and so forth, like I did when I drew the dog. A square and a rectangle are going to kind of be born out of the same command. So I'm just going to type R. From the corner, click 1 time and type 1 by 1. 1 tab 1, enter, and now I can start to draw my line from here. I do want to go 6 across, L, I'm going to go 1 down, and I'm just going to go back to my model if I need to. Control Z. Let me turn off this snapping. It's kind of screw me up here. There's probably something I'm doing wrong, but I'm willing to work through it. Hopefully you are too. Let's go look at our model. So I'm going to make that square 1 down, 1 over, 3 down. L, 1 down, 1 over. Each time I'm just hitting L to restart the command. Let's see what's next. 2 over, 1, 1, 1, 3 over. So this step could take a while. 2 over 1, 1. What happened there? That's weird. 1, and finally 3 over. All right, almost there. Home stretch. I have to go up 2, 1, 1, 1, up 3. I might have misspoke. So I don't know if that's really 3. I could be lying to you. Let's see. That would be 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. So that can't be 3. That's a typo. Because it had the line drawing all the way to the top of the shape. So that's how I knew I had made a mistake. The internals are 5. The overall is 7. So that works out. Small mistake, but we fixed it. Okay, we are in the home stretch here. We're pretty much ready to make things come to life. And we're going to do that by going to the modify menu. But since we just did a lot, in that video, I'm going to save our 3Dification for the next clip.